In South Africa, there are many inspirational men and women, and here on Movers and Shakers, you'll have the opportunity to get inside their heads. My name is Vusi Zion, and I'm on a quest to understand the path to success through the life stories of Mthunzi's real visionaries.
At a global level, she's going to make, and she is making, quite a big difference.
I believe she's got an eye on the outcomes, and if she gets it right, it can be big.
She also has a passion for helping others out.
No one can ever confine me and tell me you can do this, you can't do that. Let me be the one to decide what can I or cannot achieve.
Dr. Patience Mthunzi is a senior scientist at the CSIR National Laser Center and is one of only a handful of experts in the groundbreaking field of biophotonics. Her work holds promise for the treating of degenerative diseases like cancer, HIV, and tuberculosis. And last year, it earned her the prestigious Order of Mapungubwe, presented to her by President Jacob Zuma, for ingenuity and excellence and exceptional achievement. Who says science can't be cool? So Patience, tell me, what made you choose biophotonics? What piqued your interest about that particular discipline itself?
The fact that it's multidisciplinary and the studies the experiments that are done in biophotonics, they really make science, they turn it into science fiction, which is so exciting for me. It's truly out of this world. But really, more than anything, the fact that it's multidisciplinary. You know, you get to not only do physics, but you also do biology, also do a bit of chemistry, you also do a bit of engineering.
Essentially what you're doing through light is tapping into living cells and transferring information into the cells.
Sure, definitely. So what we're doing here is introducing genes that cells would not naturally be possessing. So we're introducing foreign genes into cells. In the case of stem cells, we introduce genes that are going to change them to becoming specific cells, be it liver cells, cardiac muscle cells, brain cells, you name it.
So for someone who wasn't born quite smart, I can now transport that and make myself a smart person.
Maybe we can't push it that far.
She's a very motivated woman. She's very determined. I mean, being the first person or the only person to have the qualification that she does in the country, it stands her apart, or it stands her ahead of everyone else. Very, very strong character. But she's easygoing. She's quite cool, actually.
I think she's done a lot. I think she's certainly pioneered optical trapping and tweezing. She's made a significant contribution. She's worked with the best people in the world. Potentially, she can make a contribution to new drug delivery. And if you make new drugs that have a better cure rate, of course, you can have a huge impact on the health of society.
So would you say your journey to this point was a hard one, or was it natural course of accomplishing what you've done?
It wasn't at all natural, it was hard because it came with a lot of challenges. I mean, growing up, my mom was a single parent, so we had to be brought up by my gran, me and my various other cousins in a 4-roomed house. We grew up happy people. You know, there was a lot of talent in the house as well. So when I started university, I went to an Afrikaans institution, and my mom insisted on it. And thank God for that, because you know that was I think I acquired a bit of character. Being successful through all of that really taught me something about myself. That nothing is impossible. You know, I know it sounds like a cliche, but truly nothing is impossible if you put your mind to it. Going away from South Africa to study abroad, that was very difficult. You know, through cultural shock and everything that comes with being away from home, you have to make a PhD in physics work. That was really difficult, you know, but making it through that then showed me once again that nothing is impossible as long as you put your mind to it. You know, to a point now, no one can ever confine me and tell me you can do this, you can't do that. Let me be the one to decide what can I or cannot achieve.
Sure.
You know?
What I can say about Patience is that she's a very driven individual, very ambitious, but driven as well to make her ambitions a reality. I think what's unique about her is the fact that she has a life sciences background and yet a PhD in physics. Now, not many people with that kind of background often attempt even to think about a PhD in physics. She did it. And she did it at one of the best universities in the world, St. Andrews in Scotland. That alone, for me, says she's a true pioneer. She's shown it can be done. But more importantly, what she's doing with that PhD, this is what's holding potential. Other people, when they look at her, other girls, young girls, black, white, I mean, they will see true inspiration in her.
Patience is an excellent role model for young students. She has great talent, and I think she has a lot of enthusiasm for what she does. And because she has that enthusiasm, she attracts people to her. She's got good ideas. Young people like to work with good people and good ideas. So I think she's got a bright future, yeah.
She also has a passion for helping others out, for community service. She, on weekends, spends time in squatter camps sometimes, tutoring young people. You know, a young person who has such a complete profile, from social to academic to professional, I think it's an inspiring individual to have.
Patience is going to influence how research is done in the country. In the country and in Africa, at a global level, she's going to make, and she is making, quite a big difference.
And when you think of what you've done now, some people can say, wow, there's pressure on you because you've peaked early. Do you feel like you peaked early, or do you still see a lot that you want to achieve?
Definitely. I mean, when I got the order of Mapungube, I thought, why am I getting this prestigious award now? There's still so much I'd like to contribute to the sciences. You know, I'd like to invent things, you know, like Marie Curie. I mean, she won 2 Nobel Prizes.
So are we to sit back, watch this space, and potentially one of these days we'll be applauding you for a Nobel Prize?
Definitely.
Science has helped society improve and advance for thousands of years. It's no different for South Africa. We need people like Dr. Patience Mthunzi pushing the boundaries and proving what we're capable of achieving here in the southern tip of Africa.